Hi guys, I hope that you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. In case you guys missed last week, my name is Shalom Parker. And what I'm doing is sharing weekly videos about different art therapy tips and directives that you can work on in order to process the things that you're thinking or feeling during this time. So art therapy is not the process of making the most beautiful piece of art or a masterpiece or anything like that. It's about taking your thoughts and feelings and emotions about a specific thing and putting them on paper. So last week what we focused on was the safe space directive. So that was thinking about what does safe space for you look like, feel like, taste like, smell like, etc. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed it and made some really cool art as a result of it, and maybe even helped you deal with your anxiety. One of the other things that I also wanted to do was give you guys some other tips that might help you to deal with the worry and stress that you might be feeling right now. And so one thing that I found really helpful is to take a couple minutes a day and just write down the things that I'm worried about. So you can literally make it a worry journal and just write, as you're worrying about something, just write it down. Because having it just circle around and around in your head is not going to be helpful, but actually taking it out of your head and putting it on paper can help you free up more mental space in order to think about other things. And on the other side of that, there's also an opportunity to do the positive version and to do a gratitude journal. So one really good way of doing it is to start at the beginning of the day and write all the things that you're thankful for. And then at the end of the day, write all the things that you've been worried about. And both ways can help you to reframe what you're thinking and feeling and to get out the things that are the negative things that you're processing. So now back to this week's art therapy directive. So what we're going to do this week is the miracle question. So that question is, if you fell asleep tonight, you woke up in the morning, and in the middle of the night there had been a miracle, and your problem, whatever it is, was solved, what would that solution look like? So you can either do something that's really personal to you and something that might not apply to anybody else, or you can focus on the big problem that's really facing all of the world right now, which is the coronavirus. And you can either look at that from a very personal lens or from a very wide lens of how would it look like in the world, in the US, in your city, whatever you would like to do. So go grab some pens, pencils, markers, paints, whatever you want to use, and depict what that miracle solution would look like for you. And then after you finish, I have a couple of reflection questions. The first one is, what is your role in the solution that you depicted? And the second one is, what action can you take right now to help us get to that solution? So I did it myself, and I came up with a lot of really interesting things that I would love to share with you, but I don't want to influence your art. So please message me and share what you made, what you came up with, and we can have a little dialogue, go back and forth. So I will be back next week, and next week we're going to be talking about layered emotions and helping to identify all of the things that you're feeling in the midst of this time and how they all interact with each other. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys enjoy this directive.